Try to make this as quick as I can. Had a radio that I've been storing. I had in mind to sell it. It's a True Tone. It's a True Tone model 23-48621-1. It was a very weird radio, and this box looks trashed out because it got damp. But the radio was brand new, basically, and I've got all the paperwork for it. This thing, the actual control box, is mounted remote from the control head. So your channel selector, your meter, and your speaker, and your hand mic is all on one control head. And I wanted something in this old Mule we bought. I guess it's not old, it's brand new, but I had an old one. So what's neat about this True Tone is here's a control head. See if I can get back a little bit. So here's a control head. Of course, I got my rear view mirror here. Got my gun mount, but this thing is tucked in here underneath the roof, so hopefully most of the rain stays off of it. It does have volume controls on the hand mic. Turn this thing on. Oh, it was on. So it does work. I just drove several miles to talk to the wife back and forth and made sure it worked good. A lot of skip today. A lot of trash talking skip. So I'm not here to prove to you that the radio works. This is a radio I was going to throw away, or not, I'm sorry, not throw away, but sell, because I wasn't interested in it. I bench tested it. It actually, dead keys at about 4. It'll swing to about 12. I have not taken the covers off of it or anything. I figure somebody's probably adjusted it, but this thing is like brand new. Here's another thing. They've added channels to it. So this is the remote head. There's a cable that runs, that I've run overhead and down, and I'll show you where the remote box is at. So I mounted this back here. That way no rain gets on it. So that gray cable runs from here to the control head. Got plenty of power wire that came with it. I mean, this thing was brand new. So I've got my antenna also. So this is tucked out of the way. Water can't get to it. I guess if I went into a creek deep enough, it would. But I've got that thing mounted in there. It's connected to the battery. My antenna is very interesting. This is a gate latch off a big metal gate. And it's got a big heavy post that sticks out of it right here. So I mounted it to my bar, and then I mounted this antenna mount to it. And I mean, it is solid. So I've got several antennas that I tried. Several antennas. I can't magnet mount one because this has got a plastic top. This is what I came up with. I could not get my SWRs below 3. Finally stuck this thing on there. Bam, 1.1. Didn't even have to adjust the antenna. It was 1.1. I left it alone. So it's working great. I do want to get a heavy spring for this thing. That way if I hit some limbs, this thing will break away. So the top of it's bent. It's ugly. And it works awesome. I've already gone 5 miles from here barefooted with the wife on a striker, me on this thing. Went way down into a valley with a river and was able to talk. So just thought that was a neat project. I'm not bragging, but I was going to sell that radio because I didn't think I could use it for anything. And man, in this application, I don't think they make these things anymore. They're pretty old. But man, I really like the way it mounts. It looks good. Had fun.